I'm Sean.
And I'm Caleb.
With the Family Outdoors. We're out again at the new shelter build. We're going to work on it a bit today. Cook up some lunch out here and have a general good time. We're not even sure what direction we're going to go in for the build. Maybe get some walls on or put like a bed back here that could work with a bench. We'll just kind of see what happens, how it goes, and just have fun with it. Stick around, see if you like the video. So first order of business here, it's raining and it'll be raining on and off all day. So one thing we want to do, just to make things more bearable, is we're going to string a tarp out over here over the common area, and we'll get that going right away. That'll at least give us some room to move around where it's dry, and it'll just be more pleasant.
Good girl. Hey, 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 hey. Ooh.
Alright, Is. Hey. It's alright.
You sound like a little house. How's it yawn? Get it. Hey, hey.
So with the second tarp set up now, we're gonna pack all our stuff in here and kind of get set up. See how it goes. Good part of our attention is going to be directed towards Izzy because we're letting her off leash today, and we got to watch to make sure she doesn't try to bug her off. But yeah, camp's pretty well the same as when I left it. So that's good.
Hey, where you running? Hey, where you going? Just to mess around, I think. Izzy, you don't need you running away.
I think she'll stay close for the first little bit till she gets bored, then she's going to take off.
Yeah. Do we need anything else?
One of the things I'd like to do right away, use some cordage and get my bags so they're tied up and up off the wet ground. I mean, it's not dry or wet back in the shelter, but still it'd be nice to be able to get this stuff hanging here. So basically the way I'm going to make this work is I just take a piece of cordage. You guys have seen this in a ton of my other videos. Bowline on one end, just a stopper knot on the other. All I do, bring it around the tree. This particular piece might be too short, but we'll see if we can make it work. Then you just make a marlin spike hitch. So fold over, fold it up, pull the excess through, slide in your toggle, pull it tight. Now, I can grab my big heavy pack, lift it up, poke the toggle through the handle portion of it, And there it sits. Nice off the ground. Everything's good to go. Now we will do this with Kaleb's pack. We should be good to go. So there you have it. Our gear is up off the ground. Got our tarp suspended. Left this side a little droopy and lower so that the water can hopefully shed off that way and away from camp. Yeah, fun stuff. So I brought out the Silky Katana Boy today, which is one of the many tools that we use for our bushcraft adventures. I'm going to use that to cut this tree, and we'll use that as one of the bottom supports for our bed. These are fantastic saws, huge. They cut really well. This will be a little different because of the angle the tree is laying at, but it should still work decent. I'm going to cut up from underneath a little bit first, then I'll cut down from the top. This is what I was worried about because I'm trying to cut down from the top and it's on such an angle, it's trying to bind.
Hey guys, this is all the pieces I cut for the bench thing, so we'll start sliding them on. We are eventually going to turn this into an actual bed, but for now we just want something to sit on while we're here and to cook lunch. So it's not that big of a deal right now. We'll see it ends up that way. We'll have to run that once we're done. So guys, we got our bench made. It's a pretty nice bench. We're still gonna need to make a bit more improvements for it to be used as a bed, but so far so good. Izzy's being a little menace, chewing on a stick. He's trying to bite through a leash.
So at this point we're going to get a little fire going here. We also brought the Biolite Basecamp just because I want to use it. And we're going to do up some shish kebabs here for lunch. So that's going to be our focus now, gathering firewood, getting the fire going, and cooking up some lunch.
almost got this whole piece cut up. We got quite a bit of firewood.
That's the pile of firewood for the outdoor fire, or for the just the fire pit. We still got to gather wood for the base camp. Gonna get our fire going using the Black Pearl Camp Kit, which includes the More Light My Fire and the fat wood on a rope. It's awful wet out today. Try to get this going. Everything is really wet, so it's got to dry its way through, basically. It'll take a while for it to take when everything is this wet. It's got to just literally dry out everything before it burns it. So it's going to be a little bit struggly at the start, but it'll take, and once you have enough heat, everything will be fine. So I set up the camera right in the direction the smoke is trying to vacate.
That's the...
Making a pretty decent smudge if nothing else.
Yeah.
You can see it's drying out quite a bit more now and flames are trying to push through. Once it gets the moisture cleared up, it'll clear up quite a bit. Already it's doing a lot better. Alright, so for our shish kebabs here,
Okay.
we've brought out some goodies. So we've got some cherry tomatoes. Got some mushrooms. Red pepper. Onion. And some stew meat, which is venison, I believe.
And then
So we're gonna get these started to cut them all up and get them all ready and start cooking.
I don't want those getting all dirty and stuff, but we'll do my car off anyway, so this is... I'm that cold and I can see my breath.
So the onions cubed up into big chunks. Now we're just gonna do the pepper. Same thing again. We're gonna cut it into big chunks to put on there. Yeah, peppers, sorry. So same thing. We're gonna cut nice big chunks of this. That's the onions and the peppers. Pull out my other mess kit here and I'm gonna chop up some mushrooms quickly. Nothing too fancy with these guys, we're just gonna split them in half.
They look so cool on the inside.
Or venison, sorry.
Sure.
Can I have a skewer, please? And the plate. So this is basically what we're going after. put pepper, let's say, then a mushroom, chunk of venison. Definitely need the onion.
And repeat.
Yep. Then we'll put another pepper, another mushroom.
These ones are much harder.
Ooh, I got 2 for 1 chunks of meat. That one. Chunk of stew. I need some onion. That, maybe change it up, go with a pepper, or a mushroom, then a pepper. But yeah, this is just rinse and repeat over and over and over until it's full, right?
The meat isn't as hard as I thought to get through.
I'm going to double up on the old onions on this one. Onion, meat, and then onion again.
I'm not good at this old.
And now it's one done.
Like 20 more to go.
Can I have another stick?
Mm-hmm.
So these are our shish kebabs. They're all done, ready to go now. We're going to fire up the base camp and get cooking. Alright, so the base camp is lit. We're going to grab a few shish kebabs now and just set them across the grill.
Delicious. I want it shut off.
So that's it. We'll just slowly keep feeding the sticks ahead and watch them cook away. So you guys are probably wondering, why didn't he just cook this stuff on the coals like everybody else? The simple answer to that is, I anticipated a great year this year with a lot of bush time, and unfortunately summer just ended up being super busy and I didn't get a chance to hardly use any of it. So I basically, it boils down to I got a lot of toys and had no time to use them, and I want to use my toys. So here we are. We're out in the bush. We got the Biolite Basecamp just because I want to use it. I bought it and I want to use it. I really like cooking over the coals. It's one of my favorite ways to cook, but I like to play with my toys too. So that's what we're doing today. So this is what they're looking like now. They're coming along great. You can see the effect of the Biolite Camp stove. You can see the flame shooting around there. Nice, even distribution of heat. Excellent unit. All biomass. Really like this unit. Worth the money for sure. But yeah, that's what they're looking at. So this is where we're at. Absolutely beautiful. Perfect.
Are they done?
So, excellent bushcraft meal.
Oh, that's bad. She burnt herself. She tried to lick it. You okay?
Don't be doing that. Make sure you hold it where she can't get it.
Yep.
We got plenty more to go.
Here.
Be feasting for some time.
You stuck licking me. Hey, the tomatoes taste like tomato soup. Surprise, surprise.
Well, that was fantastic. That was an excellent meal out here in the bush. Got that all done and ate, and now that I feel stuffed, I think we're going to go for a little stumble here and see if we can't grab a few more rocks for the fire pit. Yeah, that's an excellent find. So we're walking around looking for rocks, and Kaleb has made a nice find. You can see up here we got some birch polypore growing. This stuff is excellent. It's like nature's Band-Aid, very medicinal, works really well.
Is that chaga?
No, that is a birch polypore that has went bad, I think. You can see how the pores have shriveled up and come out of it. There's lots of mushrooms here on this property.
Dad, should I take the birch polypore?
Some bird berries there.
Should I take off the birch polypore?
No, don't take it off. It'll be there when somebody needs it. Don't take it off. It'll be there when somebody needs it.
Feels nice.
You can see there's lots of different types of mushrooms growing around here. There, Kaleb's going to step on a patch of little white ones here. You can see them little guys down there. This land really is vast in what it offers. You don't even have to look around very much to see stuff everywhere. Still no rocks though. You can see all the mushrooms here. There's lots of them. Oh, I think I finally spy a rock. Here we go. Here's a rock and another one. We'll dig these up and use them for the fire pit. We found some fair-sized rocks.
I think those are big.
Nice additions to the fireplace for sure. I don't know if we'll find any more, but we'll go take a look. So, we went out for a walk looking for rocks, and we did find rock. We found white quartz. So we took the time and the effort to bust this chunk off and a few other smaller chunks. The reason that we took this is that where we are located, we don't have flint. But white quartz acts the same as flint, as in it will throw sparks. So we're going to see if we can't pick some up on the camera here. So if you're in a survival situation,
in Canada,
that's what you need to know if you're located in West Central Alberta anyway. We don't have flint, but we do have that. Now, we did discover something else when we were walking around, so we are going to go harvest a chunk of it and have a bit of an experiment.
This chunk?
So while we were out here looking for rocks, we noticed one particular tree. You'll definitely understand what I'm talking about when we see it here. Right there. Now this tree has already been burnt, but that means great things for us. With any luck at all, we should be able to. So I'm going to attempt to knock this piece off. I don't have to push or pry. I'm just going to try to pop it up and hold it with my hand so it doesn't fall down into the wet ground.
Sorry about the filming, but the phone started going crazy, zooming in.
Ooh. There. That's the kind of piece I'm looking for. Now we're going to take this, which is essentially charwood, and we're going to attempt to use our quartz rock and our high carbon steel and see if we can't make an ember out of this. Alright, so I'm going to try two different techniques here. One, I'm going to splay a few pieces across my leg, and I'm going to hold on to the steel, and I'm going to attempt to strike the steel with the rock and try to shoot the sparks down. I've never personally tried this technique before, but I want to give it a whirl, see how it goes. Don't seem like I'm having any luck getting the sparks going down. Try to shoot sparks up and into it. I guess the other thing I should try in my experiment before I waste too much of time beating on stuff is if the charwood actually is still good after being exposed like that. Now, one way that I can tell that would be by using a ferro rod. So we're just going to shoot a spark at one of these and see if it does take.
Doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, so that theory evidently has not worked like I was hoping it would. Being out in the weather has taken
It's toll.
the ability to take a spark out of the charwood, unfortunately. Failed experiment, but we tried. This is why it's nice to get out in the woods and try these different experiments like this, because you never know. I thought it'd be a great idea and that a guy would be able to utilize that charred tree that we found in the white quartz and be able to get a fire going without friction fire. But guess that's not an option. So in our excitement to experiment there with the white quartz we found in that burnt tree that you guys seen didn't pan out like we were hoping for, but in our rush to experiment with that, we forgot to show you guys that we went and found some more rocks and got the fire pit finished. So this is where we are with it, and you know, there's a fire reflector and the bale stick you can see leaning against it, and the other half the bale stick. So yeah, we're very happy so far. Oh, Caleb's giving you guys another demonstration how the bale stick works. You guys seen that in the first video when I boiled up some water there for lunch.
It has to have white though, or else it just falls into the fire.
Very happy with the fire pit. We packed some sizable rocks over, but very happy with it anyway.
Ooh,
so we're going for another bit of a walk here. We were quite happy with our finding of white quartz. So we're gonna just, you know, go for another little trek through the bush, see what else we can find. Found lots of mushrooms and berries and stuff like that. So it's a very resourceful place here that, you know, we just want to go take another look around and see what all we can find here.
Hopefully we can find some chaga.
You might be able to find chaga too, because there's a lot of birch trees here. I haven't seen any yet, but you never know.
I saw a lot of birch.
I can see some more birch polypore over here. Couple sizable big pieces.
Oh yeah, over there. There's a small one.
So there's another one again there.
Dad,
You can see another one on the ground.
Dad, is it?
Well, not on the ground, but on the bottom of the birch tree.
So many.
No, that's not birch polypore.
This?
That is false tinder fungus, this stuff.
Oh, can't you use that for like tinders?
You can. Don't pull them all off. You don't want to be grabbing stuff unless you're planning on using it. You don't want to kill stuff for no reason.
Besides the fact it's already dead.
But see what else we can find here. Oh, there's a nice little mushroom down there again. Show you guys that nice bright red one. You see him hiding down here.
Oh.
Yeah, he's pushing his way up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not big on mushrooms, so I don't know which ones I can eat and which ones I can't, and I don't chance it. Maybe one day when I discover which ones are good for me and which ones aren't, then we'll experiment.
Hopefully. You know, good.
You guys can see there's just birch trees and birch bark everywhere. Very easy to find natural tinders and stuff in this particular forest.
Same with all the other forests.
Again, another species of mushroom. I have no idea what kind. Maybe if somebody knows who's watching here, they could let us know. Some nice big ones. Caleb's exploring down over there. Not sure what kind of fungus that is either, but Caleb's hell-bent on trying to kill it too. Definitely gonna have to get to know my mushrooms a little bit here, I think. You can see there's another charred tree here. A fire must have come through here pretty heavy at one point in time. See another strange looking mushroom over here. This one I can guarantee you is poisonous, because he's got the speckles on top like that. Best of my knowledge, anyone that has those is poisonous. There's another one, same kind. Coming out here onto a pipeline or a cut line. Go for a little gander over across the other side here. Just enjoying ourselves, going for a bit of a walk. You can see down here, this is a nice spot to pick out animal tracks. You can see a couple deer tracks there. Nothing very big though. Not sure what kind of track this is. It's too old. Too old to tell. Almost looks like a pad though. Too old to tell. Seems every few feet in here we find something new and exciting. Who knows, maybe we'll find one of these birch trees like this and it'll have a bunch of chalk on it. You never know. Well guys, it's been a great trip. We've done a lot of exploring, did some excellent eating, and got a little bit accomplished around camp, making the bed / bench and finishing the fire pit. So, you know, made a little bit of progress with this stuff, but really enjoyed the day coming out, just spending time with Kaleb. Really enjoyed walking around the land. Absolutely loved that. It's always nice to explore new areas, and this land is rich. It's absolutely rich in resources, and yeah, it's just been a great trip. But anyways, we're going to end the trip here. We're going to pack up, and we'll see you guys next time.